What's up guys, Peepo here again, and today's video is going to be a review of this, something that I've been kind of holding off for a little bit, and I'm pretty excited to talk about, and it's the new STX Stallion 700 head. A few things to say first is this original Stallion high school head was super popular. A lot of people wanted it in a universal spec, and they came out with the Stallion 500, and then there was issues with the throat, and then it came out with the 550 with a beefed up throat, but it wasn't quite what people wanted or needed because it was just a little too wide and the pinch was just a little too low. But fast forward a little bit, and you got the Stallion 700, and you got a completely different animal. Like, whew, hot stuff. Pretty much same sidewall hole idea as the 550 and 500. It has the C-channel technology, which I think they did a better job with the C-channel. It's not super pronounced like it was on pretty much any other head that older heads that they've had C-channel on. It doesn't really get in the way of your sidewall design, sidewall stringing. Big enough for double and triple wraparounds if you really want to do it. Your top string holes are much better spaced, I believe, a little bit more grouped, and big enough for like a double triangle top string. Let's see, it has the speed scoop where it protects the top string or leathers. It's very smooth. It glides right over pretty much any surface that you're going to go over, just glides over it. It's supposed to kind of be a little bit, it's stiff, but it's flexible at the same time, to where it will flex just a little bit in order to throw. But otherwise, it's keeping the head very accurate. Your actual sidewall structures, they are rounded off so that those 50-50 catches are more likely, not dramatically, but more likely to go to the inside of the head instead of just bouncing out. So that's good. The sidewall structure is still the same, pretty much, as far as two struts, like all Stallions have. Although with your sidewall design, I believe that it's a McLaren F1 car. They use this honeycomb design that's from that car, so it's pretty much supposed to be modeled after a supercar, which is pretty cool to me. I kind of have these leathers in the way, but your bottom of the head, the throat, is kind of like an ergonomic shape. So if your hand just happens to kind of sneak up by accident or even on purpose, you can really grip the head and the shaft at the same time and really cradle if you really need to. It is not flexible. It's rather stiff. I would not use it for face-offs at all. Your actual throat bottom hole design is kind of interesting. It's pretty beefy. The bottom string holes are decently spaced. I think they're really well spaced for a traditional, as you can see. There's 4 of them. It has a 2 screw design, which I'm very much into a 2 screw hole design because it really knocks down on rattle. It's a very beefy throat, so there's a decent amount of weight close to your hand for cradling, but one of the main things that I mentioned earlier is the pinch. The pinch goes a little bit higher than the old 550 and 500, which is really good. It strings up really well. You can get in a really solid mid pocket. I wouldn't say too much of a high pocket, but it definitely takes that mid pocket to another level, and it just has a really solid offset. As you can see, it's kind of that same old kind of forward cant design that most STX has, but the bottom rail kind of keeps going a little bit, and you can have a little bit higher of a pocket if you really want to. So all in all, I think the Stallion 700, which is, it only comes in a universal version, amazing head. It's honestly, it's probably in my top 3 for the 2017 season, maybe going into the 2018. I might be getting ahead of myself with that one, but For the 2017 season, I think STX outdid themselves, and I'm really happy about this. It's designed in Baltimore, which it's a good thing to talk about, but I mean, STX headquarters is in Baltimore, so. But I think STX really outdid themselves by bringing together a lot of different designs and features from all these past heads that they've had to make a really quality head. We'll see how, as people are using it more and more, what other people say. But I've had a couple of kids at the sports complex that I work at, API. I've had a couple of the club kids that come there using them, and I'll ask them, like, what do you like about it? Do you like it? And they're like, yeah, it's probably the best head I've ever used. I'm like, are you serious? Do you really mean that? And they're like, yeah, man. I've gone through like 4 heads in the last 2 years that I just couldn't like them, and since I got the Stallion 700, I can't put it down. So STX, I think you outdid yourselves for this one. I'm still waiting on. I mean, I really like the Superpower Plus, although I feel that you could probably take a couple things out of the Superpower Plus and kind of go with what you have going here. And I'll get a Superpower 700. I'll go with a Superpower 700 or even a Superpower 500 if you really want. But um, great head, nice little feature here with the gold labeling up top as well. It kind of has the matte to glossy finish going on, so it's not super easy to dye, especially with how the speed scoop is designed. It's not super easy to dye, but you can definitely dye it. And from a lot of the pictures that I've seen, it takes dye really well as far as absorbing and being very vibrant. But as far as being able to actually like get stuff to stay and dye it properly, that might be an issue. But as far as stringing goes, again, mesh wise, it strings up really well. Traditional wise, it's definitely one of my favorites when it comes to stringing. So I hope you guys got a little bit out of this. If you have any questions, either direct them to me in the comments below, or go hit up STX on their Instagram. They're very friendly and very willing to answer any questions that you have. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, go ahead and like it and subscribe. And thanks for watching. I'll check you guys later.